So my name is Ellis I. Washington. I'm a senior pastor at St. Paul AME Church in Cambridge. I think a big part of our understanding of what church is at St. Paul and in the AME Church is that it really has to meet the everyday needs of people. So it can't just be about spiritual matters and not deal with just where the rubber meets the road. So these are things that people experience. These are everyday problems. We have certainly members in the congregation who are taking care of parents who may be experiencing dementia. My own father, before he passed, had experienced dementia. And so it is one of those things that I thought was very important. I've talked to too many people as pastor who just are frustrated and hurt because they have a loved one, a parent that they are providing care for that is slowly slipping away from them. And so I thought certainly this is something the church ought to be engaged in.
First of all, my name is Barbara Defoe, and I am with the Berea Seventh-day Adventist Church. The Black church, has been, in the forefront of many, I would say, social issues, because a lot of it, that's the Black churches where people used to go and get their information. We really need to understand and know that Alzheimer's is not just about dementia. It's not just about caregiving. It's the whole person, and the person, needs to be treated with respect and dignity. But if you don't understand and you don't know what's going on, you make mistakes. And so I was hoping that, with doing the programs, we could at least get the word out, let people know that Alzheimer's is just like having diabetes or heart disease or cancer or anything else like that. And should not be a stigma.
Hey, I'm Kerry Gibbon. I'm a National Program and Development Consultant for the Balm and Gilead, and also one of the consultants for the National Brain Health Center for African Americans, who leads our Memory Sunday campaign. So the education is, informing the congregation about the disease and its impact not only on the individual, but on the community. And so I think it's a great opportunity from utilizing the power of the pulpit in order to raise awareness.
Well, when the church places of faith begin to speak to those real life issues, it just says that we care. And I think so many times people need to just, first of all, understand that there's some other people who care about what they're going through. A lot of people, whatever the case may be, will go through, some challenges and experiences and often suffer in silence and sort of feel like, that there's nobody else that really understands what I'm going through. And when there's information being shared, you just don't know what the end results of that information is going to be. So yes, there are some people who are going through the experience now of taking care of a parent or a loved one. But then there's someone else down the road who will say, hey, my church had Memory Sunday and this is what I learned, and they can pay it forward. So it's just, it has such far-reaching effects.
There are people who said to me, I'm glad you have the program, because I was, my loved one was dealing with this, and I got a lot of information, that I did not know about before. And
there have been countless people that have come up to me afterwards and said, I'm so glad that you're here because I have a mother who's dealing with Alzheimer's, or I have a sister who's dealing with Alzheimer's. And, this shows me that there are persons that are taking what we're dealing with on a daily basis and shining light on it. The faith community has a great opportunity to be a beacon of light around Alzheimer's and caregiving.
I would just say, if we're going to follow the example of Jesus, we really got to do something that really touches people on those everyday life issues.
And I'm hoping that somebody will join in and some new people will be able to come on board and we can just eradicate, this disease.